feel like he's a good leader on this team. Continues to bring it every single day throughout practicing as well as the games. He's a great person that a freshman would want to look up to and just want to know how to survive at the University of Georgia. So I feel like he's a great example for us.
And then Missouri freshman wide receiver Luther Burton. How much have you seen out of him already? And what do you sort of expect him going up against him in that Missouri offense this week?
I've seen a couple of games from Mizzou the past few weeks, and also I've seen a few things they did in high school. He's a pretty good player, good speed, good size, and honestly, just like any other week, I'm really looking forward to the challenge.
Kelee, how do you feel about the start position if Javon isn't able to play this week because of his issues?
We have a good amount of players at the start position. Everybody works hard throughout every single week. I feel like we have a good amount of people prepared to be able to fill in if that is the case. I feel like we'll be fine.
Obviously, Kent was able to squirt out some plays on the sideline over there on those screens and stuff. As a cornerback, what would your read on those plays, and what has to get fixed before you guys arrive in Missouri?
Honestly, just being able to come in every single week throughout practice, just continue to stay physical and just stay on our keys. Little things like that can be easily fixed, honestly. And we're just looking forward to just continue to be successful and also bring that type of energy towards Missouri as well.
What is the cross-training process like for some of those guys that play star? Is that an everyday thing? Is it once a week through fall? What's the process like for those guys that are cross-training at star too?
I mean, like, they have to do a good amount of things differently on the field. Just as a corner, just like how you have to fill gaps as well. I mean, like, it's a difficult position to be able to play. Of course, playing in the slot, being able to cover faster receivers as well. You have to be a tough guy to be able to play it. So the guys that are at that position are definitely prepared to be able to do that.
From your perspective, what makes a good star?
As I was saying before, a good, fast, physical guy, a guy that has a lot of confidence, because it's an easy spot for the quarterback to be able to get the ball in the slot, and it's really able to be able to get to the ball in general, and also you have to be physical with bigger linemen, and also play as a linebacker as well. So you have to be really versatile to be able to play star position.
Kelee, you came here as a five-star recruit, and there's a bunch of DBs in this class that are five-star. Some are playing a lot, like Malachi, others not so much. Did you talk to them when they first arrived on campus about your experience about transitioning from being a big shot in a high school to being just one of the guys here?
Yes, sir. Honestly, when you first step on campus, something that's really mentioned a lot is your stars, the thing that you did in high school, they don't matter at all. Honestly, you just have to come in here and just keep your head down and just showcase your talent continuously and just try to stay consistently. Try to stay consistent. And I feel like the guys that are able to do that end up being able to be successful throughout in the younger years and also continuing to grow throughout the program.
Kirby mentioned the onboarding process for these guys when you come home. What do you remember about your experiences with that and what those first couple of weeks are like in resetting expectations and explaining to freshmen what their role is going to be?
It's pretty tough, honestly, being able to learn your role. As you were saying, man, just as I was saying before, just continue to keep your head down, do what you can, come out there with a good mindset every single day. I feel like if you wake up in the morning and you're like, dang, it's gonna be a hard day, then it might just be that. So I feel like just continue to wake up with a positive mindset and just looking to grow and just continue to learn from the older guys can definitely help you be successful.
What would be your assessment right now? You guys have gotten to the point as a defense, you give up 17 points and 22 points, I guess it was, and everybody's sort of freaking out. What's your assessment of the defensive play so far, and where does it have to go from here?
On our defense, we have high expectations for ourselves as well as everybody else does for us, and we love the challenge. We want that, and I feel like for us, we're exactly where we want to be from that viewpoint, honestly. But of course, we have a lot more growing to do, and we can do a lot more in that part aspect for us. But I feel like we're on the right track, and we're going to be able to fix everything that needs to be done.
What do you think the issues were on some of the screen passes, big plays they made on the perimeter this last game?
Honestly, I don't feel like there's too many issues, just like minimal kinks in the defense that we can be able to fix. And I feel like if we continue to practice the way we did last week, things like that won't happen. So, yes, sir.
Do you think it was more of a communication issue or just execution issue?
I mean, like, in the middle of the play, man, it can also be both. But like, I feel like just be able to stay physical throughout the entire game could definitely help us with that, and just the way we play Missouri as well could definitely help us with that as well. So,
how much working at different positions do you guys as a secondary do in practice? Does that happen at certain points every day, or how does that work?
It helps us a lot. I feel like your availability is it definitely helps you be able to get on the field a lot more, just being able to know a lot more positions, and just being able to expand your play can definitely help you a lot and just make you a better player.
Are you looking forward to playing a night game as opposed to these early games?
Yes, sir. Honestly, I like the energy. It's going to be a tough stadium. Any game, honestly, and also any place in the East, and at night, middle of day, or early in the morning is a tough time to play. So I feel like it's going to be a good atmosphere and a good energy to play.
Do you like night games in general a little bit better?
I feel like the energy is a little bit better, personally, but I feel like a lot more people are able to come to the games. But of course, at the University of Georgia, everybody's gonna be at the games no matter what time it's gonna be. But I couldn't speak too much from Missouri, but I feel like it's gonna be a good game in general.
What do you do with yourself in the hotel all day? I know you guys have some meetings, but you have a lot of free time also?
Yes, sir. Man, just continue to keep my mind straight and just set and just try to focus on the little things and the details and stuff like that to make sure. So when the ball snapped, I'm able to execute that. I feel like we're really prepared throughout the entire week. So I feel like when we get on the field, I mean, like it's just like we've been doing this the entire week. So I feel like that's what helps us be able to be successful.
When somebody gets in trouble like Javon did, what's the response within the team? I mean, you're on the leadership committee, do you guys address that specifically with him, or is it, how is it handled?
I feel like I don't feel like something like that can identify a player, honestly. So I feel like we're just gonna be able to execute and just take care of our person, our guys in general, and just move on from things like that. So, yes, sir.
Talk about the energy in night games. Do you sense a different energy when y'all go into a road stadium as the #1 team in the country, or do you feel like it's pretty much the same just with the way this program is?
I feel like it's honestly the same. I mean, like just coming to every single game like it's a national championship or the biggest game of the season could definitely help us be able to play to our standard. So, yes, sir.
There's a lot of strong blockers on the outside receiver on your offense. How much does that help you and the rest of the DBs in terms of shedding those blocks and just being at the right place at the right time on those plays?
Every single day in practice, we focus on little things like that. I feel like continually to do that, and having the receivers give us good looks and just things that we're going to see in the game could definitely help us be successful in those specific times.
More questions for Kelee?
Just curious, going back to week 1, did you see that game day poster that said worded by Ringo of Alabama?
Is me not hear
Did
you?
you see that game day poster where it said worded by Ringo?
No, sir.
Alabama? You didn't
No,
see
sir.
that? Okay. No.